that level of arrogance by Baryomunsi. Anyway.
No, but it is a fact that it never cheated.
I thought he had your time, and I kept quiet not because I didn't have something to say, but out of respect, I allowed you to speak.
It's not you.
And I invite you to do the same as you are asked to continue hunting squirrels. What you've seen these reactions from people wherever they have happened, I have said the solution will start with the state. Because once the state begins acting criminally, and you have government officials giving witness that there are cases when they have acted criminally, and then you are demanding the population to play by the law, it becomes very difficult.
But as a leader, as a political leader, yourself, the Honorable Mwanga Chibona, and the other people in the opposition, don't you have a responsibility to shape the kind of one conversation that we have to mobilize the young people away from anger? Must you encourage them to react the same way the state is reacting to them? Is something dealing with
the state has a duty to set standards and then ask and make sure that everybody acts by those standards.
And you have an opportunity, you and Honorable Mwanga Chibona, Honorable Baryomunsi, sitting in Parliament to cause that conversation to happen there so that it doesn't spill over into acts of anger that play out in the population, don't you?
Of course, what you're asking is the wish, but the state and state actors have the duty to do the things that you are asking. Even if I go one television station after another preaching, please don't do this.
No, I'm asking the conversation in Parliament.
But the Parliament itself is invaded. So you've forgotten so quickly. But even that Parliament was invaded. The Baryomunsi that we're talking about here, you've forgotten when he was arrested for committing no crime by Museveni. And then kept him at Ginger Road without sandals. I went to visit him. So he's been a victim himself. Did I find you in the sandals? Even the sandals, they stopped you. So once the state begins acting criminal, even those who come here to speak for it, they are going to be victims. I remember this one when he was crying, his driver had been kidnapped. The same way they kidnapped other people. I was with him on radio crying. So we will all become. Am I lying? And I say so publicly. Once the state begins acting criminally, everybody is going to be a victim. So that's where we need to start from. The Museveni, who was very angry with the extrajudicial killing, with torturing of people. The other day I saw him on TV. Said, security people don't even back at people. What did he do when Kakwenza was beaten? Every inch of his body was wounded. Did people who beat Kakwenza, did they get arrested? Where are they? In which court were they taken? Don't we know them? People who went to arrest Nadui's son, grabbed him and threw him, and then for the next 1 week we didn't know where he was. Don't they exist in Uganda? So if the state wants to act according to the law, you start. I remember Kanosura Semakura when I don't know that it was a Chinese or a Japanese who was killed in Teso. There was a field court martial, and in 2 hours the conviction, and in the 3rd hour firing squad. This is how the NRM used to act in Ofono Opondo, if you are forgotten. That's how they used to deal with criminals. Today the criminals are the ones who are running the state. They are roaming large in town. They can grab whoever they want to beat you, and then they can throw you in the court process. Then you have no moral authority to enforce standards because there are no standards to follow. So what you see at funerals is a response to a criminal state. And that's where, for me, the solution, that's where we need to begin with the solution. Get the state to act as a state. Because if the state begins acting like a state under Amin and under Obote, it's going to be very difficult to stop anyone from doing anything. So you, the state actors, both of you are, I am very happy you have been victims before. So when you are internally there, please speak to your police. Stop acting criminally.
You also a state actor. You are not aware?
I am an opposition even within the state. My role is different and I do my role. Actually, my role is to speak. Yours is to physically stop the things.
Member of Parliament.
Yes.
Order to speak.
What does that mean?
You first don't.
I don't run the police. I don't run the military.
You hold government accountable.
By talking. But for you in cabinet, for you in the state house, please go and ask your colleagues to stop acting criminally.
Ssemujju.
Okay, we
are the ones who have admitted that there are instances, many, where we have fallen short. And in some cases we have corrected, yes. And we do commit that we shall continuously improve. It would be telling the public a lie that we would not make a mistake.
I agree, Mr. Ofono.
But also,
When you had ministers accused of corruption, they were arrested and taken to the Honorable by this government. And I want to thank this government. The Honorable Captain Mike Mukura, the Honorable Jim Mwez, Dr. Bukenya. I want to see this government arresting security officers who are beating and kidnapping people.
yes, and
including ministers.
and
Then we will be happy.
yes, and for the umpteenth time, we have said that when those things happen, it is individual government officers making mistakes, but not on behalf of the government.
Then
And yes, and they are corrective mechanisms, disciplinary measures within the apparatus of government to correct those. That's why when we all say yes.
Let us one more question before we switch topics. And it is one to this. No, I want to put the question to you.
Yes.
Outside of your government job, in the party where you sit on the Central Executive Committee, are these kinds of conversations you have to ask as a political party, not as a government? What is driving this anger among Ugandans? Why is this happening at the home of a historical member? What we need to do? Someone you're sitting with in SEC, or maybe was sitting in SEC. These conversations you're having within the party.
I have said our friends, the opposition, have chosen to mobilize politically using belligerent, hostile, violent approach, which I have said will not help them either. Because on our side as a government, as a party, we do not condone wrongdoing. We do not condone torture. We do not condone illegal arrests as a policy of the government. So when those happen, it is individual, indisciplined public officers, security officers, who should be accountable. But you cannot say because the security officer has acted irregularly, and therefore you say he was sent by government. So we must distinguish what the government stands for, what the policy, the procedure of government is, and what mistakes individual officers commit. And they are right to say, yes, if that individual commits a mistake, then he should be punished. And indeed, many security officers, many public officers are punished. That's why it's got the examples of ministers.
So can we know who was punished for the beating of Kakwenzi?
We can come and give you records. When the security officers are tried, we don't have to put the information in the world.
So they are tried in heaven.
Within police, within the London, within intelligence officers, which are the law, are punished.
So they are tried in heaven.
Charles.
Yes, as you come in, I would also like us to move to the other part of the topic.
Let me first make a small input.
Yes, you will say, once you make that input, also proceed to talk about the mobilization that you're doing, because we see a lot of jostling for, especially Uganda now, that all political actors, all political parties, the National Unity Platform, the FDC, the NIM is beginning to mobilize around here. I think
All right.
the ground for.
We've dealt with only one leg. You see, I come from Well Triangle. I'm Honorable Ssemujju. Tambara is part of Well Triangle.
Yes.
Now, was dealt with the ideological question, where NRM came in as a resistance. The second thing that happened was the gun. Remember when I was saying when we were about to go in university, there was a program called Chakam Chaka. It was intended to demystify the gun. That nobody holding a gun, because you hold one, should go out of your way to use it against the will of the people. Now today, the gun that was supposed to liberate our people is the one being used to eat them, to arrest them, to kill them. The third leg, and I'm speaking about issue that the ordinary people will tell you that these people are losing. Eh? Then there were also another leg of Banunuzi. Liberators. But the Banunuzi, who came to liberate the people, 30 years have returned to the people with bags of money, going by the principle of willing buyer, willing seller, whereby after 30 years they failed to provide the necessary services that the people need, like education, health care. This week, I was with the Prime Minister in Congo Hospital, and you know the board of quotation, whether in Congo Hospital, they should, within the same public hospital, there should be a private clinic wing. Within the same ward, there should be curtain spots. And when I each have the money, should pay for those and those ones, and they should have a private another company where you can buy drugs. Whereas the other one I died now. People sell land in Uganda to pay school fees. It's because the government failed. People are selling land in Uganda to foot medical bills. You've just opened this talk show with an absurdity. Do you know the absurdity? That someone who has a treatable illness somewhere, literally for control, the whole speaker now has to go out and give, is it $10,000 US? They have 10,000, 5,000. Where is the state? Now, people.
The state collapsed in Morago this week.
Yes.
In Morago personally. And they told me the MRI in Morago is not functioning. After, go and
But you also record at some stage for having praised the services in Malawi.
yeah, and there are some
It became at the place.
I am the same person telling you, because me I go to Morocco and I've said it many times. This week I go there, so if you want me to lie. When I went there and it was okay, I told you it was okay. This week I go there, the MRI in Morocco is not functioning. So they said you go and listen to that service outside and then come back in a national
I want to know so that we take a break.
Now, the liberators, okay, today owns square miles of land, which was formerly owned by the people they wanted to liberate. And now the difference,
I know them.
I know them, and you know them by God.
We started with Mr. Museveni.
Seconds ago that they're using willing buyer, willing seller. And Ofono Opondo asked you a question and say, if someone sells their land, how they choose to invest their money, that is their business.
They are hiding under, I just said, they hide under the principle of willing buyer, willing seller, whereby the state failed to provide the necessary services. Now that people have got to look out for ways, if you have a dying mother, okay, dying with cancer, who should have been treated, and then you have a huge chunk of land, you are forced to sell the land. I am willing to sell.
There is a story. There is a story in the news. Concerning retired General Kayanja, Eddie,
Who's buying my village?
Yes, who's buying a village in Burundi.
Yes.
Yes.
How much did he pay? 200 billion shillings. Surely a person who receives 200
And
million
put
shillings.
it where?
No.
And he
Just a
owns
minute.
a factory.
Just a minute.
No, he owns a factory.
Hold a minute. Someone who sells land. Eh? Someone who sells land.
Where? You know what I'm saying? I've not bought land for the last.
Honorable Mwanga Chibombi, somebody who buys, receives millions of land for 200 billion shillings, surely they can make something out of that money.
Yes, that's what I've told you.
Yes.
In that Lebanese, the liberators, and I was very specific in my submission, and now returning to the very people they wanted to liberate with huge amounts of money.
Yes.
Part of it stolen, by the way.
What are those
Part of
amounts
it
of money
stolen.
doing to the seller?
Part of it stolen. And now they even fail to provide the necessary services. And then they find people who are dying and saying, you know, you need to treat your money. Let me pay you. Under the principle of willing buyer, and that's part of the problem. The other big chunk of land in Uganda, which has been called public land, has been grabbed for free. For free, and I can take it in part of my travel.
You can't
in
say,
part of
yes,
the travel,
you can't say
I'm moving
into
into areas. I'm moving to areas which were public land. Individuals bought for free, and they are evicting which one? You see the difference between Uganda and Karamoja and your area and the Chikezi area. The difference is the awareness. But I don't want to elaborate.
But